After 250 meters, around 250 meters climb, we reached the Goechala viewpoint 1 with the awesome sun rising on Mount Kanchenjunga, the highest mountain of India, and it took around 1 hour 5 minutes from Samiti Lake. And yeah, it's our third day, and we only reach our. This is the middle point of our trek.
The trekking trail of Gochala starts from Yuksom town of West Sikkim, and then it goes as Sachen, Tshoka, Zongri, Lamune, and then finally to Gochala Viewpoint 1 and Samiti Lake, which takes around 7 to 8 days to complete the entire trail. But our trek leader, Dr. Saurav Ray with Saurya Banerjee, planned to complete the trek in 3 days. The route was planned like Yuksom to Sachin to Tshoka in day 1, and in day 2, Tshoka to Phedang, then Kokchurang, then finally to Thansing, and finally on day 3, Thansing to Lamune to Gochala Viewpoint 1, and then return to Yuksom in the same day. They will complete the entire trek without any porter support or logistic support. They will carry their own logistics and gears on their own. Early morning in the laps of the Himalayas in Yuksom, with silence all around and the chirping of the unknown birds with cold wing, brings out the essence of adventure. Preparing and packing all the necessary stuffs, it's time to step into the trails. The trekking trail of Gochala starts from Yuksom, which was earlier the capital of Sikkim from 1642 to 1670. After a few meters from the town, there is a checkpost at the entry of Kanchenjunga National Park, where the trekkers have to show their identity proof and have to get a permit for the trek. After the checkpost, the trail gets deviated from the road and enters the village, which further leads to the dense forest. A silent morning in the interior Sikkim Himalayas, with beautifully decorated small houses all around. Now leaving the habitations behind, it's time to walk through the smell of various ferns and aroma of wet soil. Our destination today is Tshoka via Sachin. The first part of the trail till Sachin is moderate ascent with flat trail somewhere. It gets steep after crossing Sachin till Tshoka. And here it is, the first suspended cable bridge of the Gochala trail, beautifully decorated with the prayer flags and a roaring stream flowing below. Standing on this hanging bridge with the mountains all around and the sound of the roaring stream is altogether an emotion for the adventure lovers.
So we have reached the first bridge. We started around 8:15. It's 8:45. So it took us 30 minutes from the starting point. Cheers.
Through the natural silence all around, the only sound created by the humans are the footsteps. The chirping of the unknown birds, the buzzing of the insects, with the rustling of the leaves makes us realize the need of silence in our life and the way the life is meant to be lived. After some kilometers of downhill and flat trail, here is the second hanging cable bridge above a hidden waterfall.
So 250-meter height gain, 7.3 kilometers. So here we are at the second bridge of our Gochala trek. It took us around 50 minutes from the first bridge. Yeah, that's it.
After crossing the second bridge, the trail turns a bit moderate steep ascent. A narrow path with some huge stones on the trails. Away from the habitation, away from the busy schedule of the corporate world, the soul has now found the meaning of life in this dense greenery. With silence of the nature, the body moves on its own, for it is craving to know more, to explore more. The long weight bark of the birch oak cedar spreads a beautiful flavor of damp, and the deposition of the mosses on the stones reminds the traveler of the ancient nomadic life.
So we reach at the bridge 3 of our Goechala trek. From bridge 2 it took us around 40 minutes. Yeah. Cheers.
Sachin is not much far from here. After crossing the concrete bridge, the trail turns into the staircase with steep ascent. Though the beauty is awe-striking all around. Here we are now in Sachin, which is generally regarded as the first halting point in the Gochala trek. After crossing Sachin, the trail is a bit narrow with steep downhill, but it suddenly changes to steep uphill, which may be a bit challenging for everyone. Now finally, after the steep descending section, the beautiful suspended cable bridge welcomes the trekker. With its awesome beauty in the laps of the green mountains, the greeneries all around, and the cold soothing winds blowing to keep the body and mind refreshed.
It's 11:40 and we have reached the fourth bridge, and this is the last one. So now we have to climb 700 meter in 2.5 kilometer to reach Tshoka.
After crossing the bridge, the trekkers are welcomed by a steep ascending trail. This climb is a bit challenging, as after a descending section, one have to climb a steep ascent again. After a strenuous climb for some meters, the wide waves of the Green Mountains opens like a window. And here it is a place called Bakhim, a tiny settlement far away from the city, having a stay option. Some people while on trek to Gochala stays in Bakhim rather than Sachen.
घोड़ा किसी का है या ऐसे
And now finally, here it is Tshoka, after a steep ascending climb. The beautiful tiny cottages and huts with beautifully decorated flowers welcomes the tired body. Tshoka lies at an altitude of 9,700 feet. Is a little settlement in Kanchenjunga National Park in West Sikkim.
Yeah, we reach at Tshoka at 2:12 it's now, so it takes 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah, from Yuksom to Tshoka.
It's early morning here in Tshoka. Silence all around is really keeping the minds and soul refreshed. Today, the movement will be from Tshoka to Thansing via Phedang and Gochala. The altitude of Thansing is nearly 13,000 feet, which will be a good elevation gain. The beautiful, colorful Buddhist prayer flags has been decorated all around. Leaving Tshoka behind, it's time to climb up to Phedang. The trail here is really quite steep, with unpaved stone staircase, which is quite challenging for every trekker, and one must have a proper physical and mental strength to negotiate this trail. But it is worth climbing when you are welcomed by this beautiful trail of wooden logs with green trees on its edges, cold winds blowing through the dense forest to soothe the human mind and body. This trail of wooden log continues for a kilometer, and the steepness gradually decreases as one moves uphill. But it doesn't last long. The trekkers are again welcomed by the steep trail with unpaved stone stairs. And here it is Phedang, another halting point or a resting point. A flat surface on a mountain top with long pine trees, cedar, oak, and rhododendron all around. A small tea shop here provides some refreshment to the trekkers. From here, the trail gets divided in two ways. The straight trail leads to Zongri, which further leads to Gochala, and the right one leads direct to Gochala, bypassing the Zongri, which further leads to Thansing.
Time 9:30. Reach Fedang. Started from Tshoka at 7:30. It took 2 hours to reach. Altitude gain? To reach Fedang. According to Maps.me, 750-meter altitude gain in 3.1 kilometer.
Leaving Fedang behind, it's time to move to Gochala, taking the right trail, bypassing the Zongri. This is what a human mind, a traveler's soul, a trekker's heart, and mountain lover's eyes crave for. Finally, the snow has welcomed the adventurers. Though walking on a deep snow can be a challenge sometimes, but still the adventurer's heart always craves for snow. This moment, this view of a beautiful, pretty, tiny wooden bridge in the dense forest with snow all around, and the weather turning a bit gloomy due to the fog, is more than just a dream. And now, here it is Gochala, at an altitude of 12,152 feet. It is a halting point or a resting point with a tea house, where one could get some refreshments and calories. And it's time to get some food to regain energy to move further to Thansing. Well, after having some delicious noodles, it's time to move to Thansing. And the fog's rising like a curtain in the background is changing the weather conditions. The weather is changing to cold soon. Here, the river Prekchu welcomes the travelers with its beautiful splashing sound all over the boulders over the river bed. Now, the terrain changes here. No more green trails, but the boulders and stones welcomes the trekkers. There is no turning back now. As the footsteps moves, the views get more wide. For the gigantic Kanchenjunga is not much far from here. About to witness the majestic break on a bright morning. which will provide an extra motivation to fulfill the challenge which has been accepted by the trekkers.
কি
Here it is Thansing. And finally the mission is accomplished for today at an altitude of 13,000 feet.
So ultimately we have reached at Thansing at 3:10 and we are dealing with altitude a bit. Yeah, that's it.
All that is needed now is complete relaxation and focus, with rest to fulfill the final mission for tomorrow. Tomorrow is a big day to reach Gochala viewpoint and Samiti Lake and witness the majestic gigantic Kanchenjunga from its base, accompanied by Mount Pandit. And the team will return to Yuksom, the starting point of the trek, on the same day. It's 2:30 a.m. now, and the team is all prepared for its final climb to accomplish the mission successfully. It's entirely dark now, bitter cold temperature with no proper view of the trails. They mounted their head torch with no proper view in the darkness. All they could rely is on their previous mountain experiences and on the light which they could get from the head torch. They are heading towards Lamune now, and then finally to the Gochala viewpoint 1 via Samiti Lake.
হাটটাকে দেখিয়ে দিই ওদিকে লাইট ফেল
কিছু নেই লেখা এটায়
আসছে আসছে লাইট ফেললে আসছে নে ওটাতে ছোট্ট করে
So we started at 2:40 at the night from Thansing and reached Lamune. It took us around 1 hour, and yeah, we can see the mighty Pandim, and the sky is getting clear now. So yeah, hope we can see the beautiful view from the Gochala. Cheers. It's frozen.
সমুদ্র লেগে লাইট ফেলতো
So yeah, we have reached the Samiti Lake. From Lamune it took 45 minutes. It's 4:30. We are heading towards the Goechala viewpoint 1 for the sunrise. Cheers. 134.
It's time for sunrise and the moment to witness the mighty Pandim from its base and to observe the beautiful sparkling sunrise over the gigantic third highest peak of the world, the Mount Kanchenjunga. And finally, this is the moment to get some goosebumps. The chilling silence all around the famous valley of Gochala, with snow-capped peaks standing proud to welcome the new adventurous morning, to show their beauty. The moment which can only be felt. This can neither be described in words nor be expressed in terms. It is the feelings, it is the emotion of the mountain lover's soul, which connects the mountain forever and always calls the adventure lovers to feel the thrill of the Himalayas. It is a different land to put the footsteps. It is the land full of beautiful mysteries all around. It is the dream to fulfill the wanderlust. All the trekkers and mountain lovers bow down before this astonishing moment the moment which makes the soul feel the eternal love for the Himalayas, for which the mind and heart will accept the toughest challenges forever just to feel the liveliest moment. And here it is, the Gochala Viewpoint 1, the success of the mission. The success which is only felt cannot be described in the words. The moment to relish the success is something which always makes you feel proud of the achievement, and especially when you are surrounded by the famous peaks all around. The Mount Pandim on the right and the gigantic Kanchenjunga sparkling with its proud beauty, with Kokthang, Rathang, Kabru Dome, Kabru South and Gocha Peak. They have achieved their mission with dedication, confidence, hard work, and respecting the mountains and the laws of nature. It's time to return to Thansing via Samiti Lake and Lamune after touching the Gochala Viewpoint 1. From here, the beautiful Samiti Lake could be viewed, which was completely dark while climbing uphill towards the viewpoint. Partly frozen lake with its sparkling water and the beautiful sound is creating an amazing ambience in this natural silence of the Himalayas. Here it is, the Lamune hut, which they have crossed in complete darkness while trekking up to the Gochala Viewpoint 1. And finally, here it is the Thansing, from where the last challenge started. This place holds the memory of success of the Gochala in just 3 days without any logistic support. It's time to bid goodbye with heavy heart to this wonderful adventurous land, which holds the memories of achievement, which holds the proof of success, with beautiful Mount Pandim picking and Kanchenjunga giving company. It's time to move to Yuksom on this very day. The team headed to Yuksom on that very day. After reaching Thansing, they reached Yuksom heavily tired and legs completely fatigued around 9 p.m. Heavily tired and the legs completely fatigued. But it was the dedication and the challenge in their mind which never let them turn back, and they completed their mission. Their wonderful adventurous journey with amazing experience and unforgettable adventurous memories. Gochala is the land of fulfilling the wanderlust, the land to witness the true colors of the eastern Himalayas, the land of third highest peak of the world. We, the Trail Beacons, in association with Himalayan Passion, organize this wonderful trek of Gochala. Do join us and feel the beauty of the eternal world. Do subscribe our channel, comment on our videos, share, and walk with us on our journey to the Wonderland. Thank you.